Darlings and badgers, welcome to my channel. Me and Places. I'm Paulina, and right now I am in Koprovske Plece, which is a small beautiful lake under the high Tatras mountains in Slovakia. And I'm gonna do some hikes. I'm going to one valley. I think you will love it. So here you can do mainly 3 hiking trails. One to Ostrava, which I did yesterday. I didn't go on the top, but I went to the Sedlo pod Ostrovo, and it's right here, like the mountain behind me is that one. Then you can go to Risi, which is probably the most famous route here and why everybody come here. And you can also go to Koprovske, which is another mountain peak, and it's less crowded than Risi usually. So yeah, let's go. So if you're going on Risi, you can pick one of these with you to bring water, beer or some supplies for the small mountain hut up top. And you get a free warm drink for that. And this is the trail to Risi. But I'm not going to Risi, because all these people plus 80% of people in the hostel are also going to Risi. The place where I'm staying overnight is a mountain hut on the lake. It is not good with electricity and charging, so I do not have a lot of battery in my devices, but I still want to show you as much as I will be able to. So this waterfall place is good to get water. I usually use the filter, so I have like a bottle with the filter inside, and then some usual bottles, and then I pour the water from them to the filter when the filter water is gone. And also it's a good place to put on sunscreen, because from here you go up the mountains and you're going to be exposed to the sun all the way, so there won't be any shadow anymore. And you can see many people putting sunscreen and taking water here. So you can see a little bit after the waterfall the way is part. So if you want to go to Risi, you go right and take a red trail, and if you want to go to Koprovske, you go left and take the blue trail. Also under Koprovske there is a beautiful Mengusovska valley. It's really nice place with lakes right under the mountains. And Risi is the most famous peak here. As I said, the most of people go there. But it's Sunday, so I think today there are a lot of people anyway. You go. So there is also a famous chata, a famous mountain hut under Risi mountain. It's especially famous for its toilet, which has awesome views. And that's the place where you can bring the water and the beer we saw earlier, because that's the only way for them to get those things. But let's go to valley with lakes. There is another waterfall on the way, and this one is cooler because you actually need to cross it, and it always gives a bit of Indiana Jones adventure mode. It's really cool. So this trail is supposed to take 2 hours and 10 minutes. At least that's what the sign says. But I think people should be cautious about those signs, because you gotta know your own pace, your own skill. So for example, for me it always takes twice more. With my anemia I stop so often just to breathe that it always takes at least 2 times more, and if I film then even more. So I think people should be cautious about the signs and kind of listen to their bodies and themselves more than the signs. Also, it's very weird when somebody says, yeah, this is easy trail, or this is hard trail, or this is moderate trail. What is easy for somebody is hard for somebody else, and what is hard for somebody else is easy for somebody, so it's all very personal. Anyway, let's continue. You can see the path continues right there. People are going, zigzagging up the mountain. And yeah, it's still the rocky path. I'm taking a water break with these beautiful views. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm here. This is so cool. People are so goal oriented. They're just like up the mountain. And I'm just like chilling. That's also one of the reasons it takes 2 times more for me to hike these places. I'm having a water break in this beautiful lake. I'm gonna take a break here. Having my snack break here. Oh, I'm taking a break here. I'm taking another water break. I'm taking another snack break. And I'm resting again these places. But it's so pretty. I'm going for this, for the views, for these moments. And I got up. It was a bit of a technical part. You had to use your hands to get up, so I had to put my poles into my backpack. And from here it's a short way to Mengusovska Valley. And it only gets prettier from here, even though it's already super pretty. So I am in the valley. This is Mengusova Valley or Mengusovska Valley. Valley in Slovakian is Dolina. So this is Mengusova Dolina. Look how all the peaks are exposed here. It's so pretty. So there are a few lakes. There is actually one that should be right here, but it's a bit dried out. But there is a bigger one that I will see soon, because that's where I'm going. So pretty, such a pretty plateau to walk. And the Koprovske is this one. And you can see, if you look closely, there are people walking, zigzagging up the mountain. I'm having a water break in this beautiful valley. And we came to Plece, which is this lake over there. And from here starts a hiking trail to Koprovske, that mountain peak. Sorry, that mountain peak. So 2 hours, and for me it took three hours. So now you know my pace. But yeah, let's see how long it takes to go up. Probably same amount of time. I'm smiling like crazy because it's just such a beautiful place. I can't believe I'm here. I'm so lucky to be here again. Oh my gosh. Every time I'm here, or like in Tatras in general, hiking valleys and mountains, I have shivers. And also it's windy, but it's not because of that. Just seeing these views, it gives me chills, seriously. This is so worth it. This is the best way I can spend my time. And I know that. That's why always, if I have possibility, I'm trying to get into places like that. I know this is like happiest me. I'm having my snack break here. Okay, so I'm done chilling on the lake and I feel like it's time to go up that mountain. So, what does it say? 1 hour. So for me, at least twice more. Okay, let's go. Yeah, and by the way, I told you the trail from Plece to Koprovske was 2 hours, but it's 2 hours until here, until this lake, and then the sign says it's 1 hour more to the mountain. So here there is also a path, which is not technical, rocky path, but it has more sand and smaller rocks like this, kind of gravel. And you gotta be extra careful with those because they are more dangerous than the bigger rocks, because obviously they can roll under your feet and then you might fall, so gotta be careful. But all in all, it's not technical hike up. Oh, I'm taking a break here with awesome views again. I'm taking another water break on the stairs. I love looking down. Wait, here. And you can see the path that you walked all the way. So cool. You're like, I walked all that? Yes, I did. I love the look of this ridge over there. This one, it somehow just looks very epic. I'm taking another snack break and hiding from the sun. So I was putting my head down like this because I wanted to be in the shadow, and I was still eating. And at some point I thought, hey, I might choke on my food because it's hard to chew when your head is, lying. And then I thought it would be a very stupid way to die in the mountains when you have so many epic creative ways to die, just choking on your food. So this trail I'm walking up now is a red trail, and it's rocky, but again walkable until the very peak, where you gotta do a little bit of scrambling. I have a story to tell. So years ago I hiked Koprovske. I was up there. I was all alone on the peak, and a thunderstorm was above me, and the lightning struck. The thunderstorm was above that ridge when I was here where I'm now, and the moment I was on the peak it was above me, and I noticed that it is gonna strike soon, because there was a couple going up and they looked at me very scared, like they saw a ghost, and I tried to follow their gaze and they were looking up my head, and then they started running down. And I did this, and I noticed my hair rose up, and usually it means that you have like 3 seconds until it strikes. So I threw my hiking poles down and my backpack, because I have some electronic devices there, and then I sat for a moment in this, the thunderstorm, the lightning position. But luckily it didn't strike at me, it struck somewhere near, because I could feel the smell, like a very specific smell. I was so lucky. In my opinion, by all logic, it should have struck me, because I was the only person up there. And then the rest of the day was just running down in this thunderstorm, and it was quite scary. It's a very nice hike with very beautiful views until you gotta run it. But I really wanted to come here, and I'm really glad I did. And I just wanted to enjoy the valley and the walk, especially the walk down, without running. And I hope I will soon. It's nice to be here. You can have very different experience in Tatras depending on weather. Even today, just because I remember my experience, I saw this cloud, I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's not a thunderstorm cloud, but still I just remember those times, and it's exactly on that peak. And I'm really looking forward to going back without a run for your life kind of thing. It's a pretty place.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Plece and go down. Until next time.
So we're going back from Plece to Plece. And there are two trains you can take. One is the blue one. It takes about 1 hour. It gets you to the train station, and then you can take one stop to Štripski Pleso. And also 1 hour is the red trail, which is more in the nature, because the first one is like asphalt road, but it's accessible. So if you need access, it's a good one for that. And this one is more like a hiking trail. There are streams and forests on the way. And this is the one we are walking now. You can see the whole lake from here. And there is the hiking trail right next to the chairlift. And Chata pod Soliskom, this small house here, is where I'm gonna sleep tonight. This is the place with super good beer, and also the place where tables turn into beds in the evening. I'll just walk around a little bit more.
So Chata pod Soliskom is a diner place for hikers with these beautiful tables that turn into beds in the evening. And this one is mine, so have a good night.
I don't know what's with the beer. I was here I think 2 or 3 years ago, and I remember these mountain huts where I slept over. It had like special IPA beer, and now they didn't have that, so I don't know if I made this all up or I dreamt it, but for some reason I remembered they have like a very special craft beer, and that was a reason to go there last time. But yeah, it's still a very nice place to sleep over, especially if your legs are not sore as mine, and you can go up the Solisko mountain, which is right above the place. And just in general, it's one of the cheapest places to stay in the area, because Štripski Plece in general is quite expensive, but it's above the lake with very beautiful views on peaks and on lake and on the valleys, and it's super nice. And as you can see, there is a path right above the chairlift that goes down, and I think if you have sore legs, it's still really good to do walks like that. And many people are already going up.
Thank you, darlings, for following my adventures. See you somewhere else. Bye!